Hello and welcome to another episode of Two Sushi Rolls Podcast. I am your host, George E., and I am here with my lovely co-host and wife, as always,
Leslie E.
And Happy New Year. We're in 2020. We're in January now.
2020.
What are we going to do with this new year? New
Same
year.
as last year.
Same as last year, yeah. What's the point of even saying new year, new me, right?
Yeah, I'm not going to do that.
Yeah, well, so far it's been a great, start
6
to...
days.
A great 6 days to the new year, right? Has it really only been 6 days?
Is it 6 or 7?
Jeez, it feels
7.
like we're already going through a whole month right now.
Yeah.
That's not good.
That's the hard part. That's the hard part.
That's the hard pill to swallow.
Yeah.
Well, guys, the reason it's been a really good 6 days already, well, 7 days, because it's the 7th today. As of the recording of this episode, you guys will be seeing this on the 8th. But it's been the first week, especially here in Illinois, because of the fact that, recreational marijuana was finally legalized.
It's legal.
It's finally legal, right? So if you live in the state or know anybody who lives in the state, you already know what's been going on. It's split half and half, really, right?
Like whether you like it or
hate
it?
Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of people right now complaining, right?
Yeah, a lot.
Mainly complaining the taxes.
Yeah, the price. That's like the stupidest thing to complain about.
I mean, it's finally legal, right?
Yeah, and then they gotta find something to fucking complain about.
Yeah, it's kind of silly. I mean, the taxes are very high, which is something to be expected. I mean, alcohol taxes are high. Tobacco taxes are going up every year. I mean, like, now it's expensive to be a smoker no matter what state you live in.
Yeah, and was it like 26% now?
I don't. 26% what?
Tax.
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, something like that.
That's pretty high. It's pretty
crazy high. Yeah.
I'll give them that.
I mean, it's already bad enough that Illinois is one of the highest tax states in the country.
Yeah, we should have expected that. We should be used to it. At this point.
by this point we should, but are we? No.
And you know what this reminds me of?
What's that?
Like legalizing. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like when you're drinking at 21, you're like, nah, I won't get in trouble for this because we were already doing it.
But it's crazy though because the laws are changing, right? So we got recreational marijuana that was just legalized on January 1st, 2020. Yippee, right? But throughout the year of 2019, I mean, they were turning the legal age for buying cigarettes to 21.
Yeah, I think it is 21 now.
It is. Yeah. So, I mean, now you really got, before I felt like, 21 had lost a little bit of that glimmer. Maybe it's because we were fucking around too much, at least with my group of friends, where it's like we were drinking. Yeah, it didn't matter. It was like we were getting drunk regardless, right? But, I mean, I feel like it's lost a little bit of its, everybody was always like, I can't wait to turn 21 so that I can drink, right? But now everybody drinks before they're 21, right?
Yeah.
So, there's really nothing special about that, right? I mean, I think people got a lot more to look forward to now. They could choose to smoke cigarettes if they want to.
Yeah.
And they could also choose to go to a bar and drink. And now they could actually choose to go to a dispensary and pick themselves up, like, bud.
And are they going to be, like, what do they call that? Where people, like, they smoke in a room or what? Like, it's like a bar, but for smoking.
Like a lounge, right? Like, yeah.
Are they going to start making those and everything?
I don't know, just because of the fact that it still falls under the fact that you're smoking indoors. And that's still kind of like, I think most states, you can't smoke indoor.
Yeah. And like,
I think one of the last states that I remember being able to go to where it accommodated the smokers, it was, at least Atlanta, Georgia, from what I remember. I would stop at the airport, and that airport in Atlanta, Georgia, literally has a lounge specifically for smoking cigarettes inside of the airport. And I remember I was like, holy cow, I'm like, this is awesome.
The air quality must suck in that
room.
room.
It sucked. And I'm no longer a smoker. I mean, I smoked for majority of
your life.
My life, literally. Right? Oh, and
just fucked up.
A little bit over half my life. It is really fucked up.
That's kind of crazy.
But I don't smoke anymore. So, yeah, definitely air quality, not the best. Well, at least cigarettes.
Yeah.
I could legally say.
Yeah, like, we can say we smoke.
Now I can say it, yeah. I smoke. I've been lying to y'all this whole time. This whole time I've been lying to you guys.
Were y'all convinced?
Yeah. I partake a little bit in it, I partake a little bit in it. I still don't like to drink that much like that. You know,
Yeah, we're boring.
we're pretty much boring. Yeah, I mean, as you can tell by our fucking show. I mean,
Yeah.
no, not to shit on ourselves, but no, I mean, yeah, no, we really we're pretty much are boring. We don't drink. I mean, this Christmas we drink a little bit, tiny. You had a tiny little bit. You didn't drink. I'll say it. She didn't drink. She had a sip of some coquito, which is a Puerto Rican drink.
Oh yeah.
I had 2 or 3 glasses of it. It's not very strong.
Wait,
But
you had 2 or 3?
yeah, yeah. Those little cups, those little disposable. I mean, they weren't full glasses, but
I thought it was a glass. I was like,
very
what? You
weak,
had
very
3?
very weak stuff.
Damn.
But it was delicious, and I said, you know what, it looks good. I want to drink some, So
Yeah.
my aunt made it. Thought it was awesome. My aunt's Puerto Rican, so she made it the best.
He inspired everyone from my parents. That's all I got to say.
Yes, yeah.
My parents gave it first, and let
Yeah.
me say, my parents was better.
How dare you?
My parents, it just tasted sweeter.
No.
Yours was like milky, I think.
No. Your parents was less sweeter than the one we had with my aunt. That I will say.
Yours wasn't a good sweet.
Your parents was a little bit more watery. It's a little bit more watery.
Yeah.
It wasn't. It was like kind of curdy. It was very watered down, and it did taste delicious though. I'm not knocking it.
It was watered down
because that's literally what made me show up to the next Christmas party we went to
and say, let's make it.
Let's make some coquitos. It was delicious. Yeah. But no, the other one was sweeter.
It was
thicker.
milky.
It was thicker. Yeah, it was thicker, sweeter.
Yeah, I remember.
Regardless, it was delicious.
Yeah, okay, apparently you were party rocking without me and you had 3. Damn, what the fuck?
I mean...
Just figuring this out a few weeks later.
I mean, we were in the same place.
We were in the same building. I didn't even see you do that.
It's all right.
Consume that many drinks.
Well, anyways, we're derailing off the topic right now.
Marijuana.
Marijuana, right? So it's legal now, right? We're allowed to
say that word.
Yeah,
legally.
Legally, right? So now let's play around a little bit. We are going to jump into the next segment that we've been kind of doing a little bit on the show.
The open tab.
Yes, welcome back to... I always got to give them the I should have another song loaded up for that kind of stuff. Or have a little sound bit for it. Yeah, a little opener for it or something. But as of right now, since we don't, this is our new segment that we've been doing called Open Tabs. Let me get the...
With their fucking Microsoft Paint looking ass screen over here. What the fuck? Sorry.
All right, here we go. You're writing on my work. That was my work.
It looks good, but the white in the left corner. Go back to it real quick.
Okay. We're gonna do this now. Okay, what white?
Look, the white and the 2 Sushi Rolls podcast right there. That white.
What white?
Wait, that. It's 2 Sushi Rolls, and then it's on a white. Why would you do that? Okay.
All right. I don't know. Maybe you can make the next one then.
Oh, okay.
All right. Anyways, let's go to what I was original before I started getting my my work judged. All right. Here we go. All right. So the article is from the Chicago Tribune, of course, right? Very local. And it says nearly 3.2 million in legal weed was sold in Illinois on the first day of sales, marking one of the strongest showings in history of marijuana legalization. Now, right off the bat, you see the lines, right? Which we'll touch on in a little bit about that, right?
Don't even look like how it really was.
Right. So it said customers spent almost 3.2 million on legal weed in Illinois on the first day of recreational marijuana sales.
First day.
All right, Wednesday, marking one of the strongest showings of any state in history of pot legalization. Ooh. Illinois is the 11th state to legalize recreational weed, and only Oregon had a comparable first day performance.
What?
That state also brought in $3.2 million in sales on day 1. That's a lot of fucking weed.
For Oregon,
that's a lot of weed.
That kind of surprised me because Chicago's big, so we would expect a big turnout. Yeah, Illinois.
You got to remember, we're not just talking Chicago; we're talking Chicago land.
Yeah.
A lot of people rep Chicago. Period.
Oh, that's true.
We have all the surrounding suburbs and all that stuff, so it's Chicago land. Chicago alone is big. Chicago land is even huger.
True. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. It says, this particularly impressive when you consider that the long waits, supply shortages, and sky-high pricings of products available in limited numbers in dispensaries open. Bethany Gomez, managing director of cannabis research firm Brightfield Group, said to Illinois in an email 37 dispensaries started selling recreational weed on Wednesday in Illinois, including 9 in Chicago. As lines stretched around blocks through neighborhoods, dispensaries handed out free coffee, donuts, pizza to people waiting out in the cold.
Ooh,
That's pretty cool.
pizza.
Right? They're like, stay in line, you want to buy this fire ass gas. All right. The state said customers, many of whom were eager to take part at the end of marijuana prohibition, made more than 77,000 purchases in dispensaries. All right. Look at this. Some dispensaries were so busy that they had to turn customers away on Wednesday, and many were greeted with dozens and some in cases hundreds more of customers Thursday morning. Many dispensaries are limiting how much customers can buy because of the statewide product shortages. So there's already shortages.
You can't even grow that much weed.
Right.
You need a whole state for that.
And then there's a quote that says the dispensaries were only expecting long lines. Said Chris McLeod, spokesman of Illinois Supply and Provisions, which is the dispensaries of Collinsville and Springfield. This is probably even more than what we anticipated in terms of demand. And is there a fucking demand, despite there being a bunch of crybabies. So, I mean, the article, if you guys want to go check it out, it is in the ChicagoTribune.com website. And like I said, the name of the article is, nearly 3.2 million sold in weed.
It's a lot.
Yeah. Point is go ahead and give it a read. One of the things that I did want to touch on was they talked about the long lines, right?
Yeah.
And I mean the lines were crazy long. I mean I could literally go on Facebook right now and look at some of the videos that people were uploading. Right?
Pull them up. You will be baffled.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said, people were split. There's those people who are just complaining to complain, right? And then there's the people who are really going to go out there and, take advantage of this, right? Now, people were waiting in lines for a long time. Now, you know me. I can't, if we ever go to a restaurant and see
there's like 2 people in front of us.
In the lobby, I'm like, pick out. Somewhere else. We're going somewhere else. I really do. I don't like doing it.
Okay, you see how he's like that? Imagine him in labor. Anyway, continue.
Well, I don't like waiting. So, I told her, I'm like, you know what? The dispensaries are going to be open. I really want to go on day one. I found one that was close to us, right? And the company's name is actually called Greenhouse. All right? Now, we go over there, and it was about a 40 minute to an hour drive from where we were at, right? And we go and we take this drive, and we're super stoked. I mean, we made a day out of it, right?
Right.
And we're pulling up, and there's cops outside directing all this traffic into a dispensary. And my mind's blown. I'm like, I see the lines. The lines are like wrapping all over the fucking place, right?
Fucking wrapping.
And
they had little heating stations.
Yeah, and the cops telling me like,
Dip it over here.
Come on, pull in. I saw how many people were in there. I said, fuck
you said,
that.
Skirt, and we just went right back around.
And I just went back around.
And now we're back. We drove for 2 hours.
2 hours. Literally, we did. It was a 2-hour drive just to see the line.
And just to be like, ski.
Just the most fucking barracuda thing you could have done, right? And she's like, what? We're not going to go in there? And I'm like, no. You know who I am. I'm like, if I wouldn't wait for Mother's Day at a restaurant with a line that's significantly not even close to this.
Why the fuck you think?
Why would I do this over some weed, right?
Yeah,
I'm not that much of a hype, right? I said I'll go the next day. I did. I went the next day. But it wasn't that bad. The lines weren't that bad. I decided to go the next day. I was like, there's no point in both of us waiting in line. What do you want? I know what I want. And we decided on what we were going to go get. And I ended up going and getting some of the stuff for us, right? And the line waits were still pretty long, but it wasn't that crazy. I think.
I mean, if you stood in it, it was reasonable.
I think I stood in line for about 25 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, 25 minutes. It was not 30 minutes, right? But it was really awesome. It was like fucking Portillo's. If you guys are from Chicago, I mean, it's like a restaurant. You go through the drive-thru and there's like 5 people outside taking your orders with little radios and
that was
and like by the time you show up to the window, you've already paid. You're just picking up your food, right? Quick, easy, convenient, streamlined. And that's exactly what they're fucking doing. I mean, like the moment you were getting closer to the head of the line, they're coming up to you with iPads on some, are you ready, or are you gonna go in there to to look around first? And I'm like, I mean, I don't know. Can I shop around right here? And she's like, yeah, of course. This girl's telling me, oh, this is an indica, this leans towards this. They're describing the strains to me, flavors, prices, all that kind of
Damn, they
stuff.
going
And
in.
I'm just sitting there like, whoa, holy shit. Now I couldn't go in there and spend so much money, right? Like there were so many things I wanted to try. Like I already know what products I want to try next, but I went in there and I got an eighth of some flour, that was by this company called Grassroots, and the strain is Mob Boss, which is it's a hybrid, but it leans towards a little bit more on the indica side. A little bit more of an alert. You know.
Yeah.
Oh no, hang on,
No,
sativa.
sativa's
Sativa.
alert.
I'm sorry, guys.
We can mix that shit up.
I mix it
See?
up a lot.
We ain't.
Right? We ain't about this life. All
uh,
right. But yeah, I ended up getting that, and then I ended up getting a gram of some Shatter G6, which is fucking amazing.
yeah,
Delicious.
that's the one I smoke.
Yes, yes.
I don't smoke. I just can't.
She,
I'm
she,
a baby.
Yeah, she likes the concentrate. She likes being able to get that yummy flavor out of it. Just quick little hit, something that's gonna get her.
And like it has to be sativa. I cannot have.
And after all this, I do gotta admit the taxes were super high.
Yeah.
Like they're super high. Price for weed, was it high? For a lot of people, yes. They're like, I can go and get an eighth for $30. Good for fucking you.
Yeah.
Right? I don't live my life on the fucking streets.
Not that everybody who.
They are. It's as my brother Ruben would say. All right, they live for the night. All right, these motherfuckers are at beer pong games like almost every weekend. They're at a circle jerk. Every
God.
other fucking day, right, with their buddies, right? Well, we don't do that, right? We don't. We have busy lives. This is basically what I'm trying to say is we don't jerk around enough to fucking even find a connect.
Have that kind of stuff.
To have a fucking connect. So
Guys,
if you
keep in mind, like, let's say you're like me, where like you're at home all day with kids, and then you go to work, and there's nothing else in between.
Well, when do you get the chance to meet a fucking plug? We're not a trapping here.
Yeah, or like let's say you find a coworker and they always falling through. Like that's
right.
kind of
So I mean, whenever, especially with us, I mean, before this whole legalization, if we ever wanted to get it,
good luck.
It was good luck. It was like I always had to find somebody who I knew was going to be able to find me somebody who had it, and then they had to call up those people. And what was that?
That's fucking Opal. I'm mad as hell right now.
Oh wow! All right. And then I had to call that person, and that person had to call up their person to find out if they were good, right? So it was always like
it's just like this long chain
of command, third party system we were doing, right? So it was very inconvenient. That was the way I was getting bud, right? And then I did have a buddy who was selling me concentrates. I won't say his name, right? Because I don't think he wants to shit out there like that. But he was selling me, dabs. He was selling me shatters. He was selling me butters, all that kind of stuff, right? And I'm not gonna lie. I mean, I don't know if I was getting ripped off. I mean, I never felt bad for paying the prices, but honestly, I was paying him the prices that dispensaries are charging me, which is about 50 to 60 a gram.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I don't know if I was being done bogus or not, but I was just like, whatever. Boy's got to eat. He's selling his shit. I'm getting my shit. Fuck it, right?
Right.
Really don't care. And when he did have flour, it was always really great shit. Super clean, super fluffy, amazing flavor. Like, it wasn't dirty and just snickle fritz. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't trash. But I always played these prices that were like this. Now, of course, if I went through my brothers, they had their people that do like the fucking 35 a fucking eighth or whatever the fuck it is that they get it. They get it for dirt cheap. Now, if I went through them, did you not notice that the flavor was different?
Oh, no.
Yeah.
You guys have never seen dispensary marijuana.
Yeah, I mean, it's just delicious. It
is way different.
It's way different. And, it's one of those things where it's just like, yeah, I know you guys could get it for cheap, but I want quality. I don't I'm not a big, if I want quantity, I'll get my quantity. But as right now, I want quality. I want to know that my stuff's been lab tested. I mean, apparently the Illinois stuff is tested 3 times through a lab just to make sure you're getting clean stuff.
It ain't cut.
If some and it's crazy because I made a joke on Facebook where it's like, drug dealers before, the shit became legal, it was always like, oh, my shit's dispensary. Oh, my shit came from such and such state. This shit's legal. It's gas. It's whatever, right? Now it's legal, and everybody's like shunning the fucking dispensaries for being expensive. They're overtaxed or whatever. Cool. You guys don't want to spend that extra buck? Continue to buy wherever the hell you guys are buying from. Cool.
Like, no one's forcing you.
But it just seemed like, honestly, I thought I was gonna be, I was gonna see people like, like, oh, check out my dispensary and flexing or whatever.
No.
And, I'm pretty sure there's a few people that are out there that have done that, but I've seen more haters.
Yeah, I've seen more haters.
I've seen more haters than I've seen people flexing the weed that they're getting at dispensaries, which I 100%, I was like, there's gonna be people flexing their shit. Like, it's gonna get annoying how much people are posting up there, and it's absolutely the opposite. We're like the
only people.
I didn't post it up.
I know, but I'm just saying we're the only people like. I mean, yo, it ain't that bad.
Yeah, it's not that bad. But yeah, I mean, like I it's like, dude, are you kidding? Like, this is why we can't have nice things. Like, we're gonna complain. Like, okay, if you can't afford it, cool, go buy whatever the fuck you're doing. If you think it's more of a gimmick, cool. Buy it when you want that gimmicky substance.
I mean, the price will go down.
I'm sure it will. Yeah. That's one of the things we've talked about. The price. I'm sure the prices will go down. I'm pretty sure, in years to come, we could lobby, the taxes, to, be lowered on this or however it works. I'm not a politician. I just know that weed is legal right now. It's fucking amazing. I'm not gonna sit there and be a crybaby bitch talking about the prices and people are gonna, the waiting in line thing. I saw people making fun of that. They're like, there's never a reason. That 100%, I get it. Waiting in line, all that shit, right? My throat.
Oh, whoa.
Whoa. Sorry, listeners.
Anyway.
What was I saying? I lost my train of thought.
God, you understand that people think that waiting in line is stupid.
Yeah. Waiting in line, I do agree. That's very,
CUDA.
It's very CUDA. It's very just follower. You're just, I get that,
I love
right?
waiting in line.
But guess what? I'd rather fucking sit there and look like a fucking idiot waiting, in a long ass line to get weed, than to call a fucking unreliable person who connect. Plug, who doesn't wake up until fucking noon, like 1 p.m., right? And it's like,
oh my God.
Like, in Spanish we say, you're being somebody's pendejo, right? You're somebody's idiot. You're waiting on them, right? I don't like doing that, right? I'd rather go in fucking line, and if I'm waiting in line, I know it's because of myself, and I'm waiting because this shit's fire and everybody's trying to get to it, whatever the case is. I'd rather wait that than wait for some asshole to fucking send me off who's really not about making that money. Plain and simple.
And people are so stuck on the price. I don't know. I enjoy it. Like I said, I'm at home and then I go to work. There's just no in between. There's no plug I see.
Everybody at some point paid these prices. And
that's true.
And anybody who says that they haven't, you're full of shit. All right? Because I remember how it was back in the day, right? Everybody was so not filled with as much knowledge as what there is.
No, everyone starts out.
It was either Reggie's or Dro, Oh, you got that Dro? Oh, you got... It wasn't even Kush yet. We were talking about Dro. People were talking about that Bin Laden